Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 212 of the Red Force Podcast. My name's Joe Tolano. Join me today, Christian Solano.
Welcome to the year of Shanks.
We have made it. We have arrived.
As we talked about with King Rickon last week,
Yes.
this might be the hypest One Piece year of all time. It has the potential.
Oh no, just get us out of Wano.
It has the potential.
Look
But
at this.
Eric, it has the potential for absolute greatness
Yes.
this year, but also has
Some despair.
one opportunity for despair.
That's Big Mom.
And that's Big Mom.
Right.
I'm still worried about it.
But, well, we'll wait and see. Maybe we get it. We want.
It keeps you up at night.
Does it?
It does. But everyone... I watched a Roger review of this chapter.
Right.
And even he is not convinced Big Mom's going down.
What is he saying?
He's saying, not really buying it. Hasn't really done much damage. They have
Right.
no connection. You know, the usual arguments.
The correct arguments.
It makes
Anyway,
no sense. Well,
before people talk about Big Mom and blah, 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 subscribe to the channel, like this video, subscribe. You can look forward to top 30s, you can look forward to RFP awards,
next week.
you can look forward to the JoJo show if you're interested at some point in 2022.
Next break.
I
We'll
imagine
break
there's
after this.
some problems with the, we're in the death zone of manga.
We're about to get out of the death zone. Next week, break. Then we should be back on track.
Yeah, so look forward to all those things.
Yeah.
As we talk about One Piece, as we get to the Kaido Smackdown,
Yeah.
which is coming. What's going on?
Now, very strangely,
Yes.
this camera keeps on trying to autofocus,
Right.
even though I turned it off.
So what do we do about that, Christian?
Nothing. Right?
Right.
It's like that every week.
Okay.
But this week's particularly annoying me. Right? So,
Is it like it every week?
yeah, it is. But, even though... I gotta figure it out. But,
Technology, Christian's foil.
the technology is just always getting us.
Long-time viewers of the show will know.
Yeah. Now, I have to local record. Now we're
Right.
safe.
Okay.
Alright. I've got to local record.
So if the internet cuts out
We're safe now.
or the power
but
goes out, yeah.
we lost the good 5 minutes if the power goes out.
Alright.
But we're good. Now, Eric.
Yeah.
Cancel odds it did release.
Yes.
What is the sentiment out there? What do people want for the next chapter of Cancel?
People asking questions about the plot point of King of Lightning that
In
was
sus.
in 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Now, don't think I've forgotten.
Where's the plot?
Don't think I've forgotten. You're gonna have to wait.
Okay.
But
There
big
you go.
revelations for King of Lightning versus RP.
King of Lightning versus RFP.
Not necessarily. I don't think that matchup would go too well in canon.
Well, we have Shanks on our side.
We do have Shanks on our side, but is it enough? These men are screaming galaxies apart.
Okay.
So,
We'll see.
the high level men.
The power scale is very integral.
But of course, if people remember from chapter 1, the tier 3 subs are connected to some cancerous activity.
The tier 3 sub menace.
Right.
Alright? Never be extinguished.
Don't think I've forgotten.
Okay. There you go.
There you go. Shadow Soul, what's going on? You doing stuff?
Fights! It is the hour of fights.
And, are you gonna pull in a Rocky, get bored of the fights, and
No. They're locked in their schedule, and Eric. When I say character versus character,
right?
it's locked in.
Okay.
And I did about 8 of those panels.
Now
So
let
it's locked in for A5.
me ask you this question:
Yeah.
do you set up characters that have no connection to any of the villains, right?
Yeah.
Have no business banning them, right? And we'll do it in record time.
We're still finding the sub bosses,
Right.
right? So they keep on getting intercepted by the sub bosses, Eric. And they have to beat the sub bosses. But you learn about the culture. And
These are goon level people, though, right?
Of course, you got the sub boss and the goons,
Right.
Alright, the real boss, get to make his move. Alright, but he will make his move.
Okay.
In 2022.
Sure.
Alright. So, go enjoy the fight. I'm about to release the first cab off the rank. All about the blade, Eric.
The Bushido.
Ironically.
Much like this week.
Much like this week in One Piece.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, alright. The anime. How close are we to Monkey D greatness? We're pretty close.
Close enough, but, you know, we had a clip show last week.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay.
It is what it is on that front.
Let's get into the chapter. Now, Eric, people instantly dismissing this chapter, but it's a very meaty chapter with a lot of spicy details.
Every time Kaido opens his mouth,
Spice.
there's always things to talk about.
There's a lot of spicy details, a lot of juicy information.
Now, I'm going to assume topic of the show is
Kaido.
your grand theory on Kaido, or just Kaido.
It's a question, Eric.
Right.
What will Kaido do when he figures out Monkey D's Joy Boy?
Okay.
What's going to happen?
Sure.
Alright. The chapter is called 1036. Bushido is the way of death.
Of course. People say Bushido, the way of the Bushido is not in One Piece. That'd be incorrect.
It's only in the chapter titles.
Right.
Alright. You got the Bushido man with Zoro. You got the way of the death is in the way of the Bushido. All kinds of things. Alright. We got a 100 rupee donation
From our boy.
Happy New Year, guys. Great work, as always. Will you be doing a top 30? Yes.
Yes.
Next
the top
week.
30 will come.
Top 30 will come next week. Now, I saw a preview of your top 30.
Any stipulations? That was kind of slapped together.
Slapped together. Now, I know your anti-kid agenda, but last year you had him in the top 30.
That's because there was sauce on him. Now, less sauce.
Less sauce, even with the awakening, even with the nonsense.
That's right.
Even with tanking being mom attacks.
Listen.
You're not gonna... You refuse to book... I think that's straight by.
Zoro and Sanji, stupid power-ups. Can't forget about Yamato as well. That's 3 men.
You have to...
I will remind you that kid... I'll remind you the kid was like 30.
See, our top 30 list has to remain pure. You can't just bring in bias.
Well, it was a 10-minute job because King Lighter was asking for it.
Okay.
I put a slap together, memeing around, kids are on the list. Maybe he might not end up on the list.
Alright.
We'll see. Have you written the list, Christian?
I'm not written a list yet.
Well, you'll see when you get on the list that it's a question.
It's a spicy list.
It's a question. When you get down to the low 30s, we're talking about Cracker, we're talking about Doflamingo.
I think minimum you have to put Kid in the commander in the slot. In the first commander slot.
I buffed Doflamingo.
And now I hate it. No, I hate that I have to put Kid in the first commander slot. That's what I've been given.
I buffed Doflamingo.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he gets impressive. More and more impressive. Right? I buffed... Who did I buff? I buffed Boa? The hype? But we'll get to those next week. It'll be refined, I'm sure.
Top 30 lists, alright? Yes. Now, get into this chapter. First thing, a really good color page.
Christian likes this one.
Very good. Got the depth from the ice. Good outfits, nice winter theme.
Yep. Kicking
off the year strong. The nice color page, alright?
Well, surprised it wasn't a Year of the Tiger spread.
There's a tiger in it.
Sure.
Alright?
But you know how... What was there? Rooster Wild or something? Or...
Yeah. Year of the Tiger, Eric. Are we going to see Tiger Man?
Perhaps. All in the Grand Plan.
All in the Grand Plan, Eric. Alright? Now. King is done and Zoro is falling off Onigashima. We told you King was done. You should have known King was done.
Yeah.
Alright? We expected it.
Not many people were saying King wasn't done.
Yeah. King lost his... King, his wing is gone. One of his wings cut off.
Yeah.
Brutal attack by Zoro. Okay, you have to do that, Zoro.
Okay.
Alright, the man is a proud lunarian. He cut off one of his wings.
A bit of
disrespectful. Now, he can still fly via his...
Devil Fruit.
So it's not too bad.
What about the shape-shifting healing factor? What's going on there?
I don't know if you could regrow limbs and appendages.
But where does that come off of the Zoan form? Because he doesn't have those wings in Zoan form.
Yeah, but... Yeah, It's weird.
Right.
He doesn't have double wings. I don't know why. Strange. Alright? But King has a little flashback to Kaido. King thought that Kaido was Joy Boy. Big implications here.
Let me ask you this question first.
Yeah.
Did Kaido sell King the big issue first?
That's the question. We don't know that.
Right.
Right? There's many questions to be asked here. One, Lunarians, do they all automatically already know the true history?
About Nika, about
you know,
Joy Boy.
Joy Boy. Do they already know it from their long lost tribe?
Right.
Two, did Kaido tell him that he was Joy Boy? Alright?
Mm-hmm.
And now he worked out that he's not Joy Boy. Alright? But King says something very interesting. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Right.
Keep on being the strongest. Which implies, Eric, that Joy Boy is the strongest. Alright? That's the implication.
I don't know about the implication.
That's the implication. Keep on being the strongest.
Right, well, the whole context of this is this the world you wanted, King?
Yeah.
Right.
The world of violence.
Right. Maybe.
Quote unquote.
Perhaps.
He wants the world of violence now.
We don't know if we don't know what's going on before.
Yeah.
It seems like somehow Kaido figured out he wasn't Joy Boy. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Alright. Took a DNA test.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe you got to be a D to be Joy Boy. Maybe found that out. But he knew about Joy Boy. How does he not know all the details?
Before Wano.
Sure.
Alright. Before Wano. So,
Interesting.
you know.
Listen, the implication is rocks, right?
Yeah.
But then again, Whitebeard didn't know what the D was. Did he know what Joy Boy is? He's heard rumors about the D.
Roger told him
Right.
at the final meeting.
Right, but what I'm saying is if Rocks told the entire crew,
Yeah.
as presumed, then Whitebeard would have more
didn't know.
knowledge.
Maybe he
See?
found it after
Maybe it's a part of the Oni thing.
the Oni race.
We'll
Sure.
get to that topic of the show, but I don't like your implications of your stupid theory. Because it's very convoluted.
I already told you what the thing was. Alright, anyway. We go back into the present. Zoro thinks back to Luffy and the promise he made to Luffy.
Yes.
I told you this fight was about Monkey D. And his promise he made to Monkey D. People like you saying it's about swordsmanship.
I want it to be.
People like Druid saying it's about nothing.
Hey, listen.
You're wrong. It's about Zoro's promise to Monkey D and that he'll never lose again.
I'm just happy that it's confirmed that swordsmen have to declare their swordsmanship.
That's right. Alright?
Are people even reading Wano?
No.
This is my question to you. Because talking to the boys on King of Lightning's Top 30, no one seemed to remember this stipulation from King when we were talking about Shanks and Mihawk, the classic debate,
Yeah.
Big Mom. No one seemed to remember this King stipulation. Did they just see it, look at it, and then remove it from their mind?
Well, but King said he's not a swordsman.
Yeah, why do people not add context when things change?
Because it doesn't appease their agenda.
But this has been happening all over Wano.
Yeah.
People got old ideas, Christian. They need to evolve.
No. Alright?
Just like this Kaido thing, where it evolves week to week.
Yeah. Alright, so...
You know,
Zoro...
it's like us still saying that Vivi is Joy Boy. You know?
Okay, we'll get to that, because there's still one key piece of information.
Right.
Why the fuck did Armory pick VV?
That's still a question.
Alright, that's still a question.
But, you know, we're softening on that. We're coming around. It's probably Luffy, but, you know, it would be like us being like, no,
There's weird
Vivi's...
shit to the prophecy,
Right.
and there's weird shit with
There's weird shit all over
what
the
Armory
place.
picked.
Sure.
But yeah. So...
You gotta change with the new information.
Yeah. Alright. So Zoro thinks about his promise to Luffy. He uses clear lands to get back on the island, and he's done.
Zoro's new move. Zoro's favorite new move.
It's a good move.
Right.
Falling off the island, he gets back up, he's done.
Yeah.
Zoro, done. Sanji, done. Alright? Now what's left, Eric?
Monkey D.
No.
What?
Kid and Law. And Big Mom.
Well, there's a few things left. Including Fukurokuju. Hilarious meme. Oda,
We'll get to it.
Oda now continuing the meme.
Alright. We move out from Zoro. We cut around the island with CP Zoro. And they're worried about the two emperors, Eric. They say, sure you beat the commanders, but that doesn't matter, because the two emperors are still here. Hilarious Oda knows, the audience knows, because that's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Literally doesn't matter.
The Emperor's... Could Kaido take out all 3 of his commanders at once? Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Alright? That, put that on the poll, Eric. Put that on the Twitter. Alright?
Sure, what's a
Because-
poll?
I know Kaido's commander stock is low at the moment, so that might influence the
Should
vote.
I just put can Kaido solo his crew?
Can put commanders, alright?
Alright.
So, and then we got, Big Mom. People have questions about Katakuri, whatever, alright? But, even CP0 agreed, dude, that it doesn't matter if you take down the commanders. It matters that you take down...
Although, ironic that they were counting the men and if they mattered a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, CP0...
The men matter, the commanders don't.
Okay.
According to CP0.
CP0 very strange, Eric. But who said they were competent?
No one.
Alright, so there you go.
Maybe physically competent.
We'll get to that, Eric. We cut around the island. We can see a few different scenes. Big Mom is just rampaging, doing nothing. What the fuck? Just a panel for flexing. Big Mom, throw an Albass spear, please. What's with Oda's obsession of showing Big Mom always doing
Standing
nothing?
there laughing. Throwing a homie at kid.
Made of metal. Yeah. Can we get...
Use Conqueror's coding.
Can we get
Now this is what I
some
suspect.
blasts and some action?
I just like we're gonna talk about Big Mom here or what?
Sure.
This is what I... Because clearly Oda wants to give Laura Kid a moment.
Yeah.
Defeating Big Mom too much.
We're at a friend's place on New Year's.
Yeah.
Even he's a casual. He said it's too
Random
much.
guy. I didn't even bring up Big Mom. He goes, nah, this Kid of Law shit's bullshit.
Yeah.
The casual man doesn't buy it.
The audience does not buy it. Alright, there are some people who just want Big Man of the story. But you got...
People want the Kid in Law W. I understand you want the W, but you gotta think of the greater context.
Gotta think about the consequences of this W.
Right.
Right? It's not just a W. It's massive implications.
Yeah.
As CP0 say, big news if this happens. It will affect the entire world. Alright? Then will we see Emperor Katakuri take the mantle?
I like what I said with Recon. We don't get the Rocks flashback with Kaido. Big Mom has to deliver it.
When are we getting this Rocks flashback? It has to
Well,
be soon.
it looks like it's going to be a King build crew find out about Joy Boy flashback. Not sure about the Rocks.
Why not?
'Cause that's
I
what-
want this Kaido flashback. There's so many questions that need to be answered now.
Yes.
Why he wants Wano?
Was he tempering Yamato to become Joy Boy? Is that the whole point?
Exactly, testing her. All that kind of shit, alright? Anyway. Momo is grabbing the flame clouds. He's working on it. Yamato on her way to the basement. Alright, Yamato uses one of the numbers to attack another number, blasting through the door.
Right.
And we're almost there. Alright, I'm guessing next week, maybe she freezes the thing and wins. Clears up that plot. And a little Monkey D action.
Okay.
Monkey D action. Maybe binding his wrist saying Gear Forzu. Alright, maybe some bit of Monkey D's action. Now,
You-
some
do we-
people saying this week he's binding his arm. Not convinced.
Now, if I remember Snake Man, it was Gear for Snake Man break.
yeah.
And then idiots were saying he's going to have Venom powers.
He's gonna shoot venom out of his mouth.
Right.
All
Fools.
types of nonsense. Right?
So maybe we'll get Gear for Lion Man, do
Tiger
I.
Yeah.
Whatever. Tiger Man.
Yeah.
Ape Man.
Monkey King form.
And break.
Alright, maybe we'll get that. But Monkey D's is close to popping that new form, we assume.
Okay.
Unless he just beats him raw. Without a new form.
That's crazy.
Beats him base form. Doesn't even need Gear 4.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
That's interesting.
Alright. We move on to Usopp. He's defending Kinemon and Kiku. Bodies. Kiku's alive. Yeah, we assume that
Okay.
since the Kinemon chapter.
Yes.
Alright, how many times is Kiryu gonna die? Like 3 times?
Yeah. Just like Kinemon. See, this ever won did I, but they can't die. That's the issue.
Yeah. Alright. Kinemon's like, let us die. We'll die with honor. Usopp's like, shut the fuck up. I don't like this culture
Right.
of death. Alright? You must live. You must fight. Every tooth and nail to live. Because even if it is shameful, you must find a way. You must have faith in the monkey Deezers. And live.
Yes.
Izu comes in, does a cool move, says the same thing. You must believe in monkey Deezers.
Right. God Usopp.
Good Usopp. Alright? And Usopp runs away with Kiku and Konjiro. Not Konjiro, fucking Kinemon.
I wish Usopp would get something this arc.
Is this Usopp's moment? Surely not.
No.
It would be weird if that was Usopp's moment, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway. The title is chapter is titled after this.
Right.
So yeah. We cut over to Raizo Fukurokuju. They both stunned with their
Jutsu.
jutsus. Alright? They both stunned themselves. They're in locks. They're playing chicken with the fire. The fire's not going to affect me. Or, you know. We cut over to Hirori with Orochi. That's about to end. Surely Hirori gets the W here. Slips a knife.
Maybe Jinjuro comes in, who knows? Something.
Denjiro's gone missing for a
30
long
chapters.
time. Alright?
Who knows what he's doing?
We cut over to Apu running through the halls, bailed the CP0 battle, ran away.
Yes.
The CP0 dudes took out Drake. Drake's done. Impressive things for CP0.
2 dudes.
Now, what do you think about the strength level of CP0? Have they proven themselves somewhat competent now?
Yes.
Supernova, Commander, area.
2v1.
Apu was there, he just recently bailed.
Straight up bailed. Straight up snake.
He just recently bailed.
Yeah, but I'm saying straight up snake.
Surf Snake, who knows, he was, they were tag teaming a little bit, but then Drake gets taken out,
Right.
Apu runs away.
Yeah.
CP0 says very troublesome fight. Alright? Bullhead dude bloodied. But I do think this has
Bodes well for Rob Lucci.
bodes well for Rob Lucci, bodes well for CP0, they're not a joke.
Yeah.
Right? They're strong characters, they're a force.
Okay.
Alright? So they're not a joke. Alright? We then cut over to the main event, Eric. Monkey Deezers and Kaido. Luffy and Kaido exchange to Conqueror's coding blows. Alright? Not touch it.
Oh, yeah.
And then Luffy comes in with the rock
Does
gun.
Luffy get hit in the head here?
Maybe he blocked with Conqueror. It's hard to say. He doesn't look too beat up about it.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey D comes in with a rock gun. Now, is this the fabled
Half gear 3.
half gear 3 mini
I
version
think it is.
that we've been seeing throughout Wano?
Yes.
Does this have anything to do with the new gear? Gear 4.
Maybe.
He's way bigger. He's got a little mini gear 3 action going on.
Perhaps.
He's as big as Luffy, as big as Kaido.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit.
Maybe.
Well, maybe it has to do with the new form. But they both end it by landing on their asses. They're laughing, they're having a great time. They're enjoying themselves, they're enjoying the fight. End of the chapter.
What are your thoughts on tone?
Now, people have a problem with the tone. Now, I would say this is character development for Luffy. Because he's at the point where he's so strong and so powerful that he has no one to fear. He's at the Roger laughing level. He's in that echelon. He's approaching Pirate King. The freest man, Eric. And let me ask you this, Eric. Does the freest man have fear?
No.
Exactly. So, for me, this is character development for Luffy. He's moved past fear. He's moved past fear for his own body. You know, he's not concerned with his own life. Alright, he's enjoying the fight. He's living in the moment. He's not thinking about the future. He's not thinking about the past, Eric. He's thinking about the here and now. He's living the true freedom, the true life. Right?
Yes.
Unburdened by the consequences of the future and the events of the past.
Right.
True freedom.
Okay.
People have a problem with this, Eric. Why isn't he taking this seriously? Why isn't he worried? This is evidence that Luffy's gonna be defeated and we're gonna go for a round 2 with a new raid. Come on.
We'll see.
How about a bit of character development? People like character
I like
development.
to see Monkey D on the top.
That's right. Do people like character development?
I don't know.
Or do they want to see the same thing
Now let me
over and
ask you
over
this
again?
question. What's
Yeah.
Kaido's new move?
That he pulls out at the end?
God of the Sea, 10,000 billion...
Now,
Ragnaroku.
you have to ask the question at this point, why hasn't Kaido used Awakening if he has it? Now, a few things that it could be. One, if he uses it, he rampages, loses control of the flame clouds, that kind of shit.
Do you think it's his awakening form was the Ogre form he fucked Kaido Yamato up with? When he went brutality mode?
I don't think that's Kaido's inner demon. I don't know if that's
It's
Awakening.
a high level panel.
Demon mode Kaido. But Kaido's also enjoying this fight, so I don't think we're going to see demon mode.
Right.
Will we see Awakening? Because there has to be a
That
reason.
also reminds me, just for a second, maybe we'll get to it at the top of the show, but do you remember Kaido's line, you're an Oni, you're supposed to be above the human race?
Yeah.
Lunarians, Joy Boy.
Now, Eric, we'll get to it in Joy Boy.
Yes.
But Eric, how big's that hat?
Large.
Was Joy Boy an Oni man?
Maybe.
Theories.
Okay.
But we'll get to it. They're both enjoying themselves. I think Kaido, like, at this point, we have to have a reason why Kaido didn't use Awakening.
Right.
And it's got to be he loses his mind, he loses control.
Well, we know that's what Zoro Awakening does.
Sure, but
the people just assume he's going to gain march over and control it.
That's an assumption.
Right.
We don't know that.
Right.
If he uses Awakening, does he rampage? Does he lose control of the flame clouds?
According to Doflamingo,
All
it
those
requires
things.
Doflamingo Mastery to have Awakening, so I don't know if there's a Mastery over Awakening.
Yeah, weird. But we'll see with Kaido. Because it looks like as crazy as this is, it looks like he needs some sort of mode to go toe-to-toe with Monkey D in Gear 4.
Wow.
Which is...
Say that. I want to say that.
I mean, they're looking pretty equal right now, right here.
Yeah, but you know. Kaido will pull out
Something.
the Bagua.
Alright?
Why do people think Ragnaroku is stronger?
Because it has a cooler name.
Okay.
Alright? So there you go.
Let's see what these polls do.
Let's see how the poll's doing. Then we'll give our ratings and our predictions, Eric. Alright? Ratings for me, I like this chapter. A little concerning about Peice's hero there. We're moving things around. Zoro and Sanji, we're moving the plot around.
80% yes.
There you go. So CP0 correct.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? What do you rate this chapter?
I'll give it a 7.
I did enjoy the ending very much.
Of course.
That's why I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
I like to see... Wait.
I don't think we're going back to it, though. It's a little taste.
We might have one of those off 1v1 chapters and it's not done.
Right.
You know?
People forget that the Katakuri fight was like 15 chapters.
Yeah. We could get... I think we'll get a half chapter.
What-
Yamato, we'll finish off Yamato.
Surely one
and-
plot point gets wrapped up.
Yeah, we'll finish off Yamato and then we'll probably go to... I think we'll go to Monkey D, little update there.
Well, the second last will be Big Mom. Or whatever happens there.
Yeah.
So, you know, Fukuroku Drew is still memeing around.
That's just not going to end.
yeah,
It's
they
gonna
just
be,
die.
that's a meme.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about that? That's like a one-page ending.
Meme.
So, yeah. We'll see what happens there. Now, moving on, Eric. Into How Strong is Shanks?
Shanks here.
How strong is Shanks? Every week. Come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks?
Yes.
And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest. Still, Cole's top 30. People still putting Kaido as the strongest.
There's a lot of Shanks, though.
Of course, top 5 cannot be denied.
Dragon featured once.
Dragon stock low. We'll get to it.
Via Map B. Shut up, Enso.
Alright. We got people who think Blackbeard's the strongest. No. Still needs that devil fruit area.
Indeed.
We got people out there who think Sweatiest man on the planet, Alkain is the strongest.
Okay, no.
No, Dragon hasn't appeared on this list in many weeks. Because his stock is so low. Right? His faith has dropped so far.
Yes.
That he doesn't deserve to be on the list. Right? There are people out there that think Mihawk's the strongest.
Interesting.
Ridiculous. And worse than all, there are people out there that think Armor's the strongest. And Armor's on number one. Thank the fucking Christ.
I'm not allowed.
Alright? Every week, we come with 100% factual information and we bring it to the table with other people. This week, we have Shanks is so strong that we have entered his golden year. And wealth and glory will be given to those who follow his teachings. And One Piece will have a truly legendary year, Eric. This is the year. This is the year that Shanks, the stock will pay off. The trumpet will blow. And the final Faith War will begin.
With some goat shit.
With Shanks feats.
Right. Which, you know, we'll be here for.
Oh, 100%. Alright? Shanks is stronger, Shanks is the God King. Moving on. Talk about the show. What will Kaido do, Eric? Every week, Oda just gives us a layer and another layer of Kaido and the mystery of Kaido. Joy Boy. What it means to be Joy Boy. Who is Joy Boy? Why is he in Wano? All these questions, Oda slowly giving us these information. Now, we get a question about where did he learn this information from? Was it from King? Because you brought up Whitebeard earlier. If Rocks knew, why doesn't Whitebeard know?
Right.
Because Whitebeard got that information from Roger.
Well, he got the D clan from Roger. So they're not specifically the same thing.
Well, he seemed to be not too interested in Raftel itself.
Right.
When they were talking about going there and the treasure.
Yeah.
He wasn't too interested in it.
So Whitebeard could know about Joy Boy, but looks like maybe not.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Alright, so the implication here is that Kaido knows about Joy Boy. He presumed he was Joy Boy.
Or maybe that was put on him by King.
Maybe it was put on him by Rocks.
Who knows? Yeah.
He somehow finds out that he is indeed not Joy Boy.
Goes to Wano.
Wait.
Alright.
King says don't matter.
Still be the strongest.
Says don't matter.
Yeah.
We'll change the world.
As long as you're the strongest.
As long as you're the strongest.
Very important.
I'll make you the Pirate King. I'll never lose. You just lost to Zoro, so there you go.
And, you know, Zoro's lost money many times, but
that's a meme. But yeah.
Here's a loss in a 1v1.
Yes.
Which is what's important.
So you put all these things together, you think about the Oni race, what he said to Yamato. You're an Oni, act like an Oni. He talks about betrayal a lot. Then we think about Sun God Nika, why is he in this arc, the Lunarian, the fire.
Yeah.
Freeing of the slaves. Kaido freed King.
Yeah.
Mix that all together, what's going on? Now, Christian presumes that somehow Kaido is indeed the gatekeeper of Joy Boy.
Relax, alright? I'm not saying Kaido is a part of the prophecy.
Right.
I'm saying Kaido knows about the prophecy, which we know he knows about the prophecy.
Yes.
Alright? Kaido knows about the prophecy, and he's staying in Wano to wait for the appearance of Joy Boy and fight him to find out who's Joy Boy. Alright?
And then what?
And that's the question. And
Right.
then what? Alright?
Does he want to bring in the world of violence to create the Joy Boy?
To force
How
the
does he
Joy Boy
sa-
to appear.
Is that his ulterior motive? Is Big Mom on the cell? Does Big Mom want to become Joy Boy to bring in her utopia?
I don't really get that vibe from Big Mom.
What does being Joy Boy even mean or do for you?
Yeah. Alright? Clearly Kaido's obsessed with this prophecy.
Yeah.
And there has to, like, look at every time a villain takes over a place, it's for a reason. Crocodile, I gotta take over to get Pluton.
Well, explicitly, Kaido says there's a reason.
Yeah, he does. But look at Mingo. He took over Dressrosa because it's his ancestral land. Alright? And then you look at Kaido, there has to be a reason why he came to Wano and fought so hard for Wano.
And he knows he's not Joy Boy when he fights for Wano.
Exactly. So the only logical conclusion we could come up with at this point is that Kaido has taken over Wano to wait for the appearance of Joy Boy and beat him in combat or flash fight him to find out who is Joy Boy. Because he's not Joy Boy.
Is there a potential Kaido is waiting to birth Joy Boy with his own hands?
Via Yamato.
Via Yamato, via Luffy with this fight. You can't be Joy Boy either.
Yeah.
Now, is he referring to himself, many people,
That's
or
what we
both?
thought. Who knows how many people he fought? How many times he said that?
Mm-hmm.
He's enjoying this fight right now. I think we're gonna get massive lore dumps when Kaido realizes Luffy is Joy Boy. Do we get the Kaido flashback once he's defeated in a weird twist?
Or in the clash, the final clash.
And we go for a 10 fucking chapter flashback.
I don't know about 10, but
At least 3.
yeah.
All right. Because again, once he finds out he's Joy Boy, what happens? Does Kaido turn good guy?
Once we know the reasoning, right? Shanks. I bet on a new era.
Yeah.
He knew Luffy was Joy Boy because he's got the same dream as Roger. That's what we have to say.
Now, did Luffy ever say that to Shanks?
Shanks said he said the same thing that the captain did to Rayleigh, if you recall, Christian. And I know you recall.
I do recall. Well, that means Roger was Joy Boy, but it was too early, as he said.
Perhaps.
So Joy Boy is a title that doesn't matter until the right time.
Time, place.
Time, place matters.
But
So,
to do what?
to free the world, to bring the dawn.
You can do that with power.
And that's what it is. Joy Boy is a title to be wielded, to be earned.
But why is everyone waiting for Joy Boy and not doing it with their own hands? Why do you require to be Joy Boy?
The only thing that makes sense with this is that Joy Boy has to be a title that has to be grabbed.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
Kaido, I want to be the Pirate King.
Kaido.
Kaido wants to be the Pirate King,
Yeah.
right? He said that in the flashback.
Yeah.
We don't know what his motives are now, but he wanted to be the Pirate King, right?
Yeah.
But he knows he can't be Joy Boy, right?
Why?
First of all, why?
Is it because of the Odin prophecy?
First of all, why? Second of all, right?
Yeah.
The Pirate King and Joy Boy are two separate things. That's obvious,
Yeah.
right? What special thing is required, and what do you get when you're Joy Boy? To bring the dawn.
The Will of D, the fucking True Dream.
Because if you're required to be Joy Boy to defeat the world government, defeat Aimu,
Yeah.
Why is Kaido like, I'm not Joy Boy, I can't do it?
Well, here's the thing, right? Joy Boy's dream must have been to free the world. And bring joy to the world.
And make up for his mistakes.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Alright? And that will has carried on through many generations.
Right.
Roger had it. Now Luffy has it. Right? That will carries on through many generations.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Now, is it more of a traditional prophecy where you have to be part of the will of D, or is everyone who has the D in their name could be Joy Boy?
Right.
Because they're part of that lineage. You know, it was like 1,000 years ago. Does it originate from Joy Boy, and that clan of D, that will of D, passes on through all the D clan?
The only thing is, right, my question is, right, clearly Joy Boy is a more important title than Pirate King. Because it's more rare.
Well, the Pirate King will be Joy Boy.
But Kaido wants to be the Pirate King, but he knows he can't be Joy Boy. So they're two separate titles. Just because you're the Pirate King doesn't make you Joy Boy, as seen with Roger.
Well, here's the thing, right? Joy Boy is an ancient title, right? And Pirate King is a new era title.
Is this whole Pirate King thing just a test to see who's Joy Boy?
A test devised by Joy Boy to get the ancient weapon,
But this is
to do the thing.
clearly people want to be the Pirate King for the prestige, for the treasure,
Yeah.
for the power.
Because the Pirate King is the strongest.
Right, potentially, you
Yeah.
know. But this is the question, right? And this is the ultimate question. Why does the prophecy need to be fulfilled?
To fulfill Joy Boy's will.
Right.
Will of D. That's what it's gonna be, Eric.
But let's say Kaido knows that he can't be Joy Boy, but he wants to be Pirate King, and he wants to take out the world government in this world of violence, right?
Yeah.
If the prophecy is to bring the new dawn, right? And you have to be Joy Boy to bring the new dawn,
Yeah.
why can't Kaido bring his dawn with his own hands? Why can't Big Mom bring her own dawn with her own hands? Why can't Shanks bring the dawn with his own hands?
Kaido came to a realization, as we saw in this flashback.
Yes.
I cannot create the world that you wanted. Do you still want to follow me? Is this the world you want?
Yeah.
Which is his new dream, the world of violence. We assume. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's Kaido's new dream. The world of violence, the Great War, to do X or Y.
Yeah.
Maybe create the suffering to summon Joy Boy. Whatever. Who knows what the fuck it is, right? So, we're missing a few key, crucial pieces of information to put this puzzle together.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaido definitely knows the true history. Or at least the Joy Boy part of that.
Right. And that brings into the question, right?
Yeah.
If Kaido knows the prophecy, Shanks knows the prophecy.
100%.
And if Shanks knows the prophecy, he knows Joy Boy will be on Wano.
He's coming.
He knows in 20 years, Odin was on the ship.
Also, let's talk about Toki. Because she came from her era, and she has to get back to Wano.
Is she looking for Joy Boy?
Is she skipping through time, trying to get to Joy Boy through all the eras?
Right.
Was, what's his face? Noland, the Joy Boy of his era. Alright, spreading wisdom and joy throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
And got cucked. Alright? Was, these ancient characters. The Joy Boys of their era, but they're too early. The will of D passes on through generations.
Yes.
And there has to be a Joy Boy candidate in every generation. Surely at least one. Right. Because we don't... Rox had the D name. Alright. Blackbeard has a D name. Is Luffy and Blackbeard candidates for Joy Boy? And the battle over Raftel will be the deciding factor of who is Joy Boy. The battle of wills. Right. The battle of the will of D to who gets to decide the future.
That's all fine with that. I'm all fine with that. This is my issue.
yeah.
I need to understand the reason why being Joy Boy matters and is important. You know, because like, this is the whole thing, right? If your mission in life, like Dragon, is to revolutionize the world,
Then
do it.
yeah. Well, Dragon is trying to do it.
There you go.
Kaido has new dreams. We don't know why. We don't know what happened. But he has ambitions. He has goals.
So, Kaido watch, always interesting. The man speaks in riddles, Christian. Pay attention.
Yeah. Like you look at Luffy's and Blackbeard's demeanors, very similar. Always laughing, always smiling. Not taking everything too seriously.
Ha ha ha.
I think they're two sides of the same coin,
Right.
and they're going to be the competitors at the end
Okay.
for the era for who is Joy Boy, whose era it will be. Blackbeard has declared his era.
Was Zebek trying to claim status of Joy Boy on God Valley, and Garp and Roger had to come in?
Now, Eric, very interestingly, the Sea Kings say two sovereigns, right?
Yes. Shirahoshi.
Shirahoshi one, Joy Boy the second, alright? Now, Shirahoshi is born every so often, every so often years,
Yeah.
a new princess is born. Is it the same thing with Joy Boy? Every couple decades, a Joy Boy is born.
That's what we assume.
And it is up to him to try and fulfill the prophecy. And he fails every time. Except Monkey D is the one who's going to succeed. Roger failed because he was too soon. And that's the only reason why he failed. Monkey D is going to be the right place, right time.
Right.
Now, too soon, it has to mean Shirahoshi was not born yet.
Yeah.
Is that what Roger meant by too soon? Is that what Roger meant by too soon?
Yeah.
Because maybe you need Shirahoshi to activate whatever on Raftel, which makes Shirahoshi very important.
This is like, but Shanks would know Shirahoshi's an ancient weapon because he was there with that exact conversation.
He wasn't really there. Like, you could make it the excuse he wasn't there, he didn't hear it.
And Shanks knows. What is Shanks doing? It's always the question.
Sure. Now, once Luffy makes himself known as Joy Boy, does that mean Shanks comes out of his defensive position and goes full force?
Goes aggressive.
Shanks goes rogue.
Yeah.
Whole government has no idea what to do. Who knows? Alright. Enough about that. Enough speculation from
Yes.
us. Alright?
You know, there's also the question I think we've talked about this before as well.
Yeah.
Shanks warning Whitebeard too soon for Ace. Was it Ace Joy Boy?
Ace could have been Joy
Did
Boy.
Shanks think Ace may be Joy Boy?
No, Ace doesn't have the demeanor of Joy Boy.
But too soon, Christian.
Yeah.
Nothing will stop this reckless error.
Now, what do you notice about Zebek?
What?
Every depiction smiling.
Of course. Odin, top 5. 4 of them are smiling. Except Shanks. Why?
Shanks A and D.
Because he raw?
The Will of D is probably some smile bullshit.
Okay.
Right? Bringing joy to the world.
Sure.
Joy Boy. So we'll find out at the end of Wano.
Denise.
We're finding out at the end of Wano.
Yeah.
There's no way we spent 150 chapters with this prophecy and we don't get anything.
Okay.
We have to get it. Alright? Moving on.
The random Sun God Nika should have been a tip off.
Who knows about that? Alright? Let's move on to Thunderdome.
It's a Thunderdome.
Thunderdome comes in from new patron, Jekko, the Dragon.
Crazy.
Right. His suggestion this week is Robin versus Ulti. What do you think about this? Some people out there saying, since it's an insect devil fruit, it doesn't have the durability of the dinosaur. Which is not really proven. Some people saying Blackberry has low durability.
What about the exoskeleton?
Let's not bring in actual shit into this.
Who's got the higher bounty?
Black Maria.
Then Ulti?
Ulti's like 19.
Okay.
Black Maria's like 34.
Well, consider this. Master kind of did knock her out.
Okay.
That's
She got back
about-
up though.
She did.
Now, the durability. Robin took the punishment. Sanji could not.
Let's also
Alright.
keep in mind that there's no fire. That was also hurting Robin in this situation.
Oh, yeah. I think... Here's the thing. Does Black Maria have a better toolkit against Robin? The web, the traps,
Multiple arms. Poison.
Yeah, the hallucination poison didn't really matter, but
Mhm.
the Demono is crazy. Alright?
One shot Black Maria.
One shot Black
basically.
Maria. Alright? Now the Fisherman Karate,
In play.
penetration damage.
Yes. But the Demono busted.
Ultra powerful attack. Probably her awakening. I have to give this one to Robin. Ulti tanky. Ulti got the damage output, but we saw Robin's defensive feats.
I would also say that Robin could probably trap Ulti pretty easily with a stupid Devil Fruit. Small arms.
Small arms, big arms. Alright? Yeah. She has the speed to catch Hakuba.
Big neck. Crack that neck.
Yeah. Again, no, she has the speed to catch Hakuba. Alright? Now,
Rolled Big Mom out the way. Strong enough to do that.
She got the power. She got the power. All right. So, I think Robin weakens her up with Fisherman Karate, with big giant attacks, and then finishes off with the Demono, getting the W.
Yeah.
All right. Now we did see Ulti with Armor Haki, but we did not see Black Maria with Armor Haki.
Yes.
Is that a factor?
Not with Robin's Devil Fruit.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's back cracking. It's it's not really punching and shit.
Yeah.
So
We'll go Robin.
Robin, high diff.
Sure, very high diff.
All right, move it on. 2 questions.
Questions.
Questions
Who we got?
from the people to us to answer. From Easy, does Luffy keep the cloak? Of course, he's an emperor now.
Yeah, he's got
alright?
the cloak forever now.
He's an emperor. Second question. Do you think Raizo and Fukurokuju's powers up their jutsus and freeze Onigashima?
No.
No. Momonosuke is going to hold it up. 3. Does Kinjiro get the castle... What? Castle Skeptic tank dropped on his stupid ghost? The Castle Septic tank dropped on his... No. Yamato is going to use the ultimate attack to freeze it.
Also imagine there's some kind of sewage pipe leading out to the ocean.
Sure. But, yeah. Yamato's going to freeze it.
Yes.
Or freeze all the bombs. Whatever.
With maybe Brook as well. Who knows?
Who knows? From... well, he's got more questions. Does Usopp launch 8,000 men at the boss with a giant slingshot? That's crazy. Just sending 8,000 men to death.
Maybe.
And his last question, what does Buggy look like at age 60, good and bad? Well, he's a meme. So, I'm guessing he looks like Krusty the Clown. You know, he's missing hair. He's begging for money. You know.
Yes. And his hair's even longer at 60.
Yeah. From Jordan Lee. Hey Christian, Eric, hope you're having a great year. We hope. Alright. Based on the last chapter, you think that as an artist, Oda is saving the really good fight material for Zoro and Sanji. For Zoro and Sanji for the last 2 endgame fights, These last two fights were very lackluster, and IMO, these should be the best two fights so far in the series for Zoro and Sanji. As an artist, you never fucking do this. It's a stupid question.
I like the King fight. I don't know why people hate on the King fight.
I don't understand this notion
of saving
stuff.
You always try and do the best fight you can.
You always try and draw the best fight you can. You always try and draw the best thing you can. Yes, you take what you've established into consideration where the characters are at. They're not ready for this yet. You know, you're always not going to give Zoro a Black Blade, whatever, right? But you always try and draw the best fights you can, which means great choreography. Choreography has nothing to do with power levels.
Yes.
Right? You can have Bruce Lee versus X, human level, power levels. It's fantastic. You can have fucking Dragon Ball Z level power levels. It's fantastic.
Right.
It's about choreography, pacing, emotional stakes, all those kinds of stuff. It's not about whatever. So, Oda would not be holding back in those aspects. It's just that sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So I doubt that. Second question. Can the Sanji beat Whole Cake Island Luffy and also pre-Enma Zoro? So, what if? They're about equal. Could, yeah. But
Sanji can't beat Hokage Island Luffy.
They're probably about equal, dude. Are we talking about when he fought him before Katakuri power up? Like, what are we talking about? Because that's what I assume. When Sanji fought him originally. If we just replay that moment, and Luffy actually fights back.
How much damage is the Kongan doing to Sanji?
A lot. But
I got King of Lightning saying that
Sanji's
more durable than Yamato.
I got King of Lightning saying Sanji's faster than Luffy.
Talking to me about he's got better observation haki. He's far,
You know.
He's saying that Sanji can take 2 Thunder Barguas.
Laokiji, 3. And he's done.
Yeah. Anyway.
There you go. Moving on to Abhishek D. What are your top 10 devil fruits so far?
Top 10.
You gotta go the light fruit. You gotta go the Rumble, the electric fruit.
Quake Fruit's pretty good.
Quake fruit.
Fulton Arcano, and love to see it.
Love to see it. Alright. I like the way the sand fruit is drawn.
Yeah.
Very unique. Kind of very heavily rendered. Looks cool. Looks fluid.
Yeah.
Great work there. I'm trying to think of
the way Luffy, cool. the way Oda's done rubber is the coolest way you can do rubber.
Yeah, it's the coolest rubber abilities.
Yeah.
Stretching abilities. Right? Mr. Fantastic.
Dumb shit.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Plastic Man. Fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Luffy. Actually cool and has impact.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Luffy. I guess, in concept, Buggy's fruit is cool. But he doesn't use it very well. You know.
I mean, Ice and Magma are pretty, and
good.
Fire, pretty standard
Lost
stuff.
fruit. Broken.
Stupid as well.
Stupid fruit. Great fruit.
There you go, there's some fruits.
You know. From Younger Obama. Why does Big Mom's commanders feel more threatening than the fights in Kaido's first and second commanders?
Because Zoro and Sanji are stronger.
Yeah, it's a scaling of the story. And the commanders just got left behind because we're fighting an emperor now.
Because Sanji and Zoro have no business fighting those guys in Whole Cake Island.
No. When Luffy's at the level, it's like why... What's a good example? It's like why in Alabasta, Arlong would not be threatening. Because Zoro and Sanji could beat him easily.
Right.
You know, it's just the progression of the story. It was decently done. But Luffy's fighting an emperor now. Our eyes are over looking at the emperor. We're done with the commanders. Looking at emperors now.
Correct.
That's why. From Darkoplex. From Dart. How come you're friends with OP YouTubers, but they don't want you in their videos? suspicious.
Talking about Braga.
I don't know. I don't know. New Gen doing collabs.
We're around.
We're around. Like,
We also don't bring much to the table in terms of views. So,
yeah.
I don't know if it's mutually beneficial.
We don't really know the New Gen.
But we like talking
Yeah.
to the boys.
Sure. You know, if I went on a Braga stream, I want to do it via. If I was doing a Braga video, Eric, right? Would I pull out my phone in a warehouse and do it? Or would I go to a computer and use it?
You talking about Jay? Who are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about fucking Fiji.
Right.
Hey, man. What the fuck?
It's interesting.
Alright, so there you go. That's why. Alright. From Darkoplex. If Kid wins, he is now the strongest redhead in the verse. No. Shut up. Fucking. Why do people just ignore.
Next question.
Why do people just ignore that law is there? I'm doing most of the work.
I don't know. People are strange, Christian.
Why? Right. From Mr. 277. No, from Mr. 777. How does Rocgun compare to attacks like Black Mochi and Ryo in strength? Harness. Would Black Mochi be similar in strength if it was coded in Conquerors? Well, there's a lot of things going on there. Adding on to what are some of the various other abilities Hakis and Oda could expand upon later in the future story.
Well, I'd say Block Mochi with Conquerors would be about the same. With Conquerors. Because, like, it trumps Jet Culverin.
Yeah.
So, in terms of hardness and power.
So, is Gear 3... But, like, Luffy has like Ryo and Conqueror's coding. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
so it's difficult. If
Like,
you add those things to Katakuri, he's bust.
Some people saying Katakuri has Ryo.
Potentially.
Some people saying it. Alright? But... Alright? So, there you go. Where are we? From Drex Flu. What can we expect? When can we expect a call-in show? I haven't had one in a while. We've got a few things to do, my friend.
Coming
and
soon.
The stream times are brutal. The time zones.
Yes.
We have to do it on the weekend. There's a lot of things. We'll have a call-in show. Probably first quarter of this year, I assume. Yeah. So it's gonna go RFP Awards and Top 30. And then the next break is back to JoJo, and then we'll maybe do a call-in show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on from Sondi Lollipop. Is Luffy finally on that Yonko level? We all have been denying it for months, even since Roof Piece. Well, the thing is, Kaido didn't come into the 1v1 fresh. Yamato was fighting him, holding him off. So you can't really call Luffy Emperor level yet, even though he'll be on the cusp. He'll be in that discussion.
Yes.
I don't think until he 1v1s an Emperor straight and defeats him, then he's Emperor level. He'll be around there, he'll be an extreme threat. First command is, you don't have no business fighting Luffy now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? But, Emperor level, let's relax a little bit. Alright? From... what is this? Let's do Cross Cooper. What would you do if Mihawk is stronger than Shanks?
Next question.
Very interesting thing I saw, Eric. Alright?
What's that?
About Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
Right? Zoro is 1 centimeter taller than Sanji. And Zoro is stronger than Sanji. And guess who's taller than Mihawk, Eric?
Who?
Shanks.
There you go.
By how much, Eric?
How much?
1 centimeter. Very interesting. Is that not very interesting?
There you go.
That's a very interesting parallel and
So Sanji is the
portrayal.
is the Mayhawk,
maybe that's what I was trying to say.
and Shanks is the Zoro.
Yeah.
Don't get Mayhawk fans upset, Christian.
I'm not going to get Mihawk fans upset. I'm just pointing out a very interesting coincidence. Right? There you go. Next question from Sly Duck. Did Oda discard... What does it say? Did Oda discard Bogart? Don't think we've seen him anywhere post Water 7. Bogart. Post Water 7. The fucking... I don't even know who Bogart is.
It's not Tombstone. It's not one of those guys, is it? In the Galleon Company.
Bogart. I don't know, dude. But yeah, he has neglected him because I don't know who his character is. Alright. From Simple... What is it? From Simple Animator, Double X. Do you have any tips for writing Shonen Battle 1-on-1? Where could we've done multiple times of the show about this. Alright? 1v1s. You want similar skill levels so the fight's fun and interesting. Alright? You want choreography. You want excitement. You want speed. You want thrills, Eric.
Select two styles that
Yes.
contradict each other, perhaps.
Maybe a mirror match if you want to show who's better at certain style. You don't have to have this, but have competing ideologies, works, emotional stakes. Have the main character, have the protagonist learn something, and if you want to do a power up, you got to work for it. All right. So those are the advices.
Yes.
You're trying to go for maximum hype, maximum excitement, maximum tension. Which means your characters have to take some damage. You gotta trade. You gotta do some smart plays. Clear panel work. All the things. You gotta do all the things. I know that might not help you, but
There you go.
there you go. From Cross Cooper, yet again. Are Haki blooms real? They feel like a plot device since only Zoro and Luffy have ever gone them. Since we learnt about them, Sanji had to get exoskeleton instead of a Haki bloom. It was kind of a meme when Luffy was the only one to have Haki bloom and ran out of Haki. But now at least Zoro's running out of Haki and has Haki blooms. So
It's to nerf the characters.
yeah.
It's just to nerf them, people. The
Not
Haki's,
the Haki blooms,
but yeah, the Haki blooms was kind of a meme.
it's basically like if you're in a hard situation, you'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Which is like every shonen. Just that Oda gave it a name.
Yeah. Correct.
Like every shonen protagonist struggles and then figures something out mid-fight and wins.
Because of the difficulty
Super
of the fight.
Saiyan.
Right.
You know?
There you go.
Yeah, you know, Lauren Kidd, are they getting Haki blooms, all that kind of shit. Alright. From Dev, did anyone else cringe when Zoro called himself King of Hell? That's his new mode, and that's his new name.
Coined it.
We got
Early.
We got the Dark King Rayleigh with the King of Hell Zoro.
Yeah.
And we got the Pirate King Luffy.
It's a bit edgy, but it works.
It's always a bit edgy, you know? It's always a bit of an edgy character.
Sure. Just kind of stole Robin's line, but...
We got the Demon Child. What's Sanji gonna be called?
Yeah, Robin's like, if I have to become a demon, that's what I'll have to do. And Zoro basically had the same line.
Everyone's becoming a demon now.
Right.
What's Sanji's demon moniker?
Infrared. Chef of Hell.
Red Leg Sanji?
Red Leg Sanji.
And we're gonna get Oni. What's Yamato's fucking epithet? Monster of Wano.
Cock Yamato.
Oni Cock Yamato.
Only Cock Yamato. There you go.
There you go. Alright. Moving on. Or maybe like daughter of the demon Yamato.
Child
Child
the
of
demon.
Oni.
Sure.
Whatever. Alright.
What about Demon Child?
We already have that.
Oh, shit.
We already have that one. From Dev. Did anyone else? Oh, I already read that. From BYT. What about the difference between Luffy fighting a non 100% Kaido and Alkainu fighting a sick old whitebeard who has been stabbed? The difference is...
Kaido's way stronger.
The difference is Whitebeard won? One. That's the difference.
Sure.
I mean, we all know this wouldn't be a 1v1. This is why we're saying Luffy's not an emperor.
Yeah.
Luffy's done some serious damage, but everyone else has done it.
Luffy's on majority of the damage.
Sure, but like he's got a help. He's got a massive help. There's no doubt about that. From Signar Kern, how strong is Luffy? He's scraping the top 10.
Top 10.
But he's not scraping the top 5.
Not yet.
Not yet. Right. From Simple Animator, yet again. Top 3 strongest Marines today. Alkainu, Kizaru, I guess Fujitora, because we haven't seen Green Bull do shit.
Right.
So those are the top 3 animals. From Harvesting Berry. Is it funny how the host of the show can't even get his own mic stand? Just straight call out to you, my friend.
It broke.
You know, Eric just holds the mic. It's fine, you know.
It works.
Sure. From Ankin. So Luffy tanked multiple Thunderbar guards with ease. How do animals scale to Kaido if you would have swapped them at this arc, for example, Aokiji and Alkainu instead of Big Mom and Kaido? Well, it's easier. It's easier.
Yes.
Unless Alkainu isn't allowed to use any moves.
Also, when's Luffy taking multiple Thunderbargos?
He took one and a
He kind of dodged one.
Ragnaroku.
Yeah.
So,
He kind of dodged a bug with her.
yeah. From Brincon, which Straw Hat will fight Kong in the final war? I've got Frankie. No, Kong's not doing fucking shit.
Sure, Conquer fight Frankie. That's
Kong's
fine.
not doing shit, dude. I don't fucking Kong.
Gonna need a new general. Another power for
I
Frankie.
guess. From Dargaplex, do we need a third party because CB0 are strong and here and more world government ships are coming and we can't leave Wano to the world government? Shanks
Correct.
Shanks leaves his ship at the front of Wano, goes into Wano.
Maybe Big Bum will be busy at the front of Wano, Christian.
Who knows, alright?
Keeping the Navy busy.
From Kaz, once Luffy defeats Kaido, will he be stronger than Mihawk?
Interesting. Depends on the Gear 4.
This is a good question. We'll see when he pops Gear 4. I mean, Mihawk doesn't really have any feats comparable right now. You know, other than the title. But it's like, is Luffy right now Zoro's end goal? You know?
We'll have to wait and see for future developments.
Yeah. From Dark Goku, will Kaido be defeated before November 2022? Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I think we've got maybe 20 left of this Onigashima part and wrap up. That's what I think. And that's the last question.
There we go.
Like the show, subscribe to the show.
Top 30s next week. Submit them if you wanna.
We'll take a couple. Maybe we'll get Silver's list.
Sure.
Maybe we'll pull some meme lists. Get your top 30s in.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes. And always, Shanks is the strongest.
Shanks is the goalkeeper.
Go,
Good night.